Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on this wonderful Wednesday for what is going to be nothing short of another jam-packed daily cryptocurrency market update. And we are fired up this morning as what we were expecting to play out for the IWM, which is the Russell 2000, a basket of smaller stocks within the United States. I think the largest one is $50 or $60 billion. Has now played out. What we were expecting has played out, and we were expecting what we were expecting based on what Stan Druckenmiller did and technically where it was. And actually, we were looking at the IWM and relating it to the altcoin market, even though there are obviously different markets that track different things. They both move to the macro environment, which we're going to be talking about in this video. And on the topic of the macro environment, we're going to be looking at rates. I actually think there could be a possibility that the Fed cut rates this month, even though it's not priced into the Fed watch tool, the CME Fed watch tool. But we'll talk about all that. Also, we've got some interesting news in regards to Trump warning Jerome Powell not to cut rates pre-election. Very interesting. We'll dive into that. I think actually that's almost a green light in the sense that he will do that. I'm not sure they're the biggest friends. But we're going to start things off with some sort of breaking news, some more imminent news in regards to the Ethereum ETF, which we knew 100% was coming based on what we were seeing in regards to ETH BTC and ETH dominance. Now, I'm going to do a longer video this evening on Altcoin cometh, which we've been saying for a long time. A good friend of ours, Mr. Francis Hunt, he goes by the Market Sniper, has done some technical work on Bitcoin dominance that could see Bitcoin dominance roll to about 20%. Now, this would very much align with ETH BTC, with a number of charts that we have. And on top of that, you can see the fundamental reasoning or the narrative that goes with that in regards to the maturing of this space and the kind of awakening that distributed ledgers have a far broader application. It was Chainlink that really sort of woke me up to what is going on here in regards to distributed ledgers and the fact that their application is or far exceeds money. And there's a great debate there. Would Bitcoin ever really work as a practical money? I don't personally think it would. I think it was deliberately designed to be lame so that they can sort of tinker with it perhaps later on and have a perfect excuse to maybe fork it or something like that. Who knows? But let's start things off with the pressing matters of the past 24 hours, and that is an update. Nate instincts were right. Hearing SEC finally gotten, back to issuers today, asking them to return a final S minus 1S on Wednesday, including fees, and then requests effectiveness on Monday after close for a Tuesday, the 7th, 23rd, so the 23rd day of this month launch. How complicated could we have made that? This is provided no unforeseeable last-minute issues, of course. Wow, fantastic. This is huge news, and we can go back to the sort of ETH BTC chart, ETH dominance chart. We are on the cusp of alt season. In fact, a lot of our ETPs that we watch are literally breaking out as we speak, along with the IWM, and this is why do all these things move at once? We've got some crypto stocks. Guys, join the Patreon. Sacrifice the subscription, join it for 1 month, and listen to Sunday's meeting. You'll be sold on becoming a lifetime member. Because not only are we helping people in regards to the cryptocurrency space, we're also teaching people, and I've got an army of people now behind me that can vouch for this, about the markets and the accuracy that we have, even in relation to things like the IWM, the Russell 2000, and we can relate that into the puzzle that the markets are, and figure out where the cryptocurrency piece slots in. That knowledge is priceless. It's of the utmost importance in this kind of world where they perpetually play a trick on you in regards to the fiat systems. But it's up to you guys at the end of the day. So there's a lot of things sort of lining up right now. The picture is a very clear one to paint. I don't want to sort of re-go over what we go over massively. Also, there was news that the whole Mt. Gox things. Mt. Gox has always been a kind of fearful events. But interestingly, this is from Eric Balanchine as well. Go give this guy a follow over on Twitter, guys. Great guy to follow. The Bitcoin ETFs are in 2-step forward mode after 1 step back in June, with another $300 million yesterday and $1 billion inflows for the week. Year-to-date net total, the most input number in all of this. has crossed the 16 billion for the first time. That's more than anything even near 2021, which was the raging bull market. Of course, you didn't have all the ETPs like the ETFs. Our estimate for the first 12 months was 12 to 15, so we smashed it out the water. So already cleared that with 6 months to go. And the majority of the bull market to go. You know, we still got that technical target on Bitcoin of 151,000. What I want to do now, guys, is talk to you about the IWM, which is the Russell 2000. Now, let's take a step back here. We highlighted the fact that Stan Druckenmiller, one of the greatest asset managers of all time, a 30-year positive return record. And some ding-dong in the comment section, or a few ding-dongs, actually thought that they could or knew better than what Stan Druckenmiller was doing. We're humble enough to submit or to understand and take on board people that are better than us at what we do. We're good, but we're not Stan Druckenmiller level. And there's a number of other people out there that will blow me out the water technically from a fundamental point of view. You know, we're okay, but we're not on that level. And when he moved from Nvidia, which he was very right on, down to the IWM, he took a big risk because he went from a big large cap stock, like kind of Bitcoin is the kind of analogy here, Nvidia Bitcoin, big large cap, down to a basket of small caps that are very sensitive to rates. And everyone's been talking about, it's been the Mag 7 and this and that that's been propping things up. Well, yes, just like the crypto market, the big caps move first and then the flow of money moves into the small caps. What I want to do is actually show you again, because we're one of the only people that have been able to show you the flow of money into the cryptocurrency space, technically in regards to targets that we've had getting met, and Bitcoin in this case, in the form of GBTC, going first, making its target and pulling back at it. It made 2 targets for us. Then we had Ethereum that made its target. It's now acting as a key level of significance. And now we have a basket of small caps that, guess what? They're about to break out. Alt season cometh. When it talks. I mean, Bitwise's top 10 crypto window is literally about to break out. This is beautiful. This is likely going to squeeze and make target, I would say. And we've got so many crypto stocks. I mean, look at these crypto stocks, guys. Wolf was another one of ours. Hot. There's smaller ones that I don't really want to go too much into. Obviously, you've got Coinbase now propping up. Nice little short-term target. Probably heading towards the bigger-term target that we've got there. But there's a flow of money into markets. And we're now at that stage with the markets where Stan Druckenmiller is confident enough to bet on a small basket of stocks because he thinks they're going to do well. We just released our courses for Patreon yesterday. Some of the Patrons are trialing it out. The people that have been with me for a year plus, they're getting it for free, and then there's going to be heavy discounts for other Patreon members. This will teach you about market cycles. And if you look at where we are in regards to the IWM, we're now in what we would call phase 2, which is an uptrend after a period of accumulation. And we knew this was coming, and it kind of signals the broader environment that we're in, which most people miss. You know, people say, oh, well, why are you talking about Stan Druckenmiller? Well, he's a very intelligent guy, for one, who's very good at what he does, the markets. And he's took a bet on, broadly, the economy. He's saying, okay, the economy is going to be good. They're going to lower rates. There's going to be a good liquidity behind that. And that's going to see a basket of smaller stocks do well. What do you think altcoins are going to do in that environment? And you can do things like dividing the total 2 by the IWM, so on and so forth. Let's actually take a look at some. We've looked at some altcoin charts. So we've got this one. This is going to play out, take us to 3.8, which also aligns with others. No one's doing this analysis. So this is huge. Everyone talking about the IWM now, late to the party. People like to talk about things when it's pumped. We like to be there before it pumps. So this is the IWM saw more volume today than QQQ. Interesting. We've also got somebody highlighting that this is Stan Druckenmiller's largest position, which we already knew. And the IWM, in many respects, is very much a play or a bet on interest rates. Because if interest rates go up or they stay long, or stay up elevated, that's not going to see them do quite well. So it's a very rate sensitive market. So Standard & Poor's was taking a bet on interest rates. It was taking a bet on a good environment for us generally. And it's interesting, isn't it, that we're now seeing the dollar really roll like we were expecting it to. Traders see the odds of the Fed cut by September at 100%. It's not quite at 100%, I must say, but it's 93%. And this month, they still have a 93% chance that they're not going to cut. I think there's a good likelihood, it's higher than 93%, that they will, based on everything that we're getting. Goldman Sachs, the Fed has a solid rationale for a rate cut in July. Jerome Powell very much signaled this on Monday. Very interestingly, you've got the Dom, Donald Trump. Donald Trump warns Powell not to cut rates before the US election. Now, that's almost like he's going to do it now, isn't he? We're also seeing gold sort of really pick its feet back up. And we've got way higher targets for gold, and we've divided Bitcoin by gold, and, this is going to make our inverse head and shoulders target. And I mean, we would have essentially been calling a 25% move for gold, which is huge. And we're calling a far greater move for that in a kind of broad macro context. And why is everything looking bullish? When it walketh, talketh, and quacketh like a duck, ladies and gentlemen, it's a duck. These ducks can't identify as whatever they want. They are ducks. And that's it from us, guys. So stick to the plan. Everything looks great. We're getting breakouts for the IWM. We're getting breakouts for miners. We're getting breakouts for the ETPs. We're getting breakouts for altcoin. Solana looks like a great altcoin. We've highlighted that's got the best BTC chart. There's a number of things that we've looked at. It's just a case of being able to sort of follow the program and stick to the plan. And that's hopefully the kind of opinion or position that we've put forward. What you guys choose to do is entirely up to you. On that note, ladies and gents, I'm going to love and leave you. If you've enjoyed this content, a like is always greatly appreciated. So is a comment. And look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you all in the next.